What's up, everybody? Grateful Jams back at you again with another video. I've been on this kick with jam bands really for such a long time. Like, I am so in love with jam bands and what they're able to create and how they're able to make music and how the improvisation really moves and grooves my spirit, right? And let me know in the comments what you guys think below too. What jam bands are your favorite, right? What got you into the jam band scene, right? And I'm just gonna kind of talk more about like just where I'm at in terms of music right now, um, with the summer music that I've seen thus far, right? So I can start with Spafford. I saw them actually here at Electric Haze, here in the good old Wu Town, my hometown, my city living town now, and like they were fantastic. Spafford is incredible. Actually, I could go back a little bit more. I went to Safe and Sound, a festival out in Clements Hollow, New York. It was like it's all a special. That was the biggest headlining name there. It was a good festival. It was a smaller festival, but it was really good, and that kind of kicked off the summer for me there with music. Then we saw Spafford. Yep. Then we saw Spafford. Then we saw Fish night one in Manchester for the tour opener, which was freaking awesome. The MoMA Dance opener, that was incredible. I had so much fun with that. Birds of a Feather. I really wanted to hear that one really, really bad. And that whole set was really fun. That whole show was really fun. That night, I only went to night one in Manchester because I couldn't make it to the other two because I had work. And then I went to see the Disco Biscuits in Portland. I actually drove. I drove from my house in Mass to Portland the first night, and then drove back home, and then went back again the second night because I guess I bought tickets for the Disco Biscuits night one, and it was their 30-year anniversary. So like the tickets were, you got a 2 day, you got a 2 night pass for buying the ticket early. So then the second night they played at the Portland House of Music. They played their Tractor Beam, which is like Mark on like this like Ableton kind of synth that they were playing on was fire. It was like an EDM jam bandy show. That's probably one of the best shows that I've been to. That's the best Biscuit show I ever went to. I've seen them twice before. The night one was really good. They played at State Theater, and that was fire. That was really good. They're really tight. I really like their sound. I really like. They've also sharpened up their sound. They've been around since the '90s, anyways, and it's like they've really sharpened up what sound that they have, right? And I really enjoy the Biscuits a lot. And then as I continue to go through, it's just I love going to see this Dead Ahead band that's close to my house here in Mass. They play every Tuesday at the Sanctuary in Maynard. It's freaking if you're in that area, please go see them. They cover it really well, and they play really well. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, the biggest one thus far, I think the best two for me has probably been, I think Fish probably night two at SPAC was the best. That's the best Fish show I've ever been to. I'm like such a deep Fish fan. And I really have been for such a long time, but the more that I've like really listened to their music and I've kind of watched interviews of them in the '90s and I've studied their history, the more I'm just becoming such a fan of Fish. Not to mention, like, I'm a big fan of Trey too, and like his story, and like I've gone through something similar um, as Trey, something very similar, and I've also had to overcome some things too in my life, and Trey's been a great example for me. He's happy, he's healthy, he's showing us so many great things on stage. Like freaking Sunday when they kept just going back to Tweezer, it's like you could just see that shit eating grin on his face. He's just laugh every time. Oh, just happened. He just kept going back to it every time. It was so much fun. It was such a blast to like watch them just create that on Sunday night. Sunday night was the best Fish I've ever been to, and that was my fifth. That was my fifth show. Hampton will be my sixth one. No, that was my sixth show at Sunday night. Hampton will be my seventh, eighth, and ninth. Yeah, by the time I finish this year, it'll be almost 9 Fish shows that I've gone to, all in all. So I'm approaching number 10, guys. I'm really excited. I'm pumped, and the more that I can really resonate with with them as a band, right? With them as like just individuals. It's like I've done with the Dead. I've also watched a lot of interviews of Jerry in 75, 76, or, 76, 77, 78, 80. I really like 1980. That's a great year. That's actually like low key, probably one of my favorite years that the Dead played. And I'm still doing more listening to 1980, but like I liked Radio City Hall. Like they played there. That was a really good set. Like I'm just a big fan of that year 1980 for some reason. I really liked, of course, I liked 70, 71. I liked the early 70s, which Darkstar played a lot. The second night, they played a lot of early 70s Dead. Like Johnny B. Good was fantastic. That was probably my favorite of that second set, that second night of Dark Star. Um, the Dark Star just they sound like it. They just replicate it really well. And again, I love Dead and Company, but I think that there's other people who can pass it on. I think that Bobby has gotten a little old, and that's bound to happen. Even my parents are getting old. Shit, I'm getting old. You're getting old too. Like, I can't escape it. But you know, uh, overall, like, yeah, I thought Darkstar did a really good job of just playing what they were playing overall, and I really enjoyed just the overall funness and that light atmosphere of it all. And the more that I continue to keep going to see music, live music, I've just fallen more in love with jam bands. Um, and this is why I love them. This is just really what I'm talking about here is the love that I have for jam bands. And again, as I continue to keep going to more shows, after the shows, I'm just gonna start pop out my camera and just like start making content. As soon as I'm going to see Widespread Panic in 3 weeks. That was the first jam band that I went to see back in 2013, and I'm really excited. I was just after Fish. I'll give it some time. I'm not going until Hampton anyways. I'm like, what else is coming around here? And I was on bands in town, and I saw Widespread Panic spend a 3-night run here at MGM in Boston. Obviously, I work Thursday and Friday, but I'm like Saturday, I'm there. I'm off Saturday. I'm going to see Widespread Panic. So I'm really excited to see them again, and I'll have a full review and a few set list of what I experienced at Widespread Panic. I'm really excited, and the more that and Hampton, we're gonna make a movie. I'm gonna make a whole movie on Hampton. I'm just gonna record and film and just create that whole weekend with them. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited, and the more that I can continue to keep growing and building our channel here as your host Keen on Grateful Jams. And hit the like button if you guys support, the live music scene and want to hear great talks about music. And it's just going to keep growing and we're going to keep building together, right? And the more that we study live music and just different improvisation, the more fun it's going to be. And we're also going to talk about I like Marvin Gaye, I like James Brown. I'm a big Jackson fan too. I'm a big Talking Heads fan. So I mean, there's many different things that we're going to sit here and talk about. But for the premise of most of the show, we're going to talk about particularly jam bands and the set list. And I'm going to make sure I get all the set lists and get things that pertain to live music. And again, we'll dive into other different topics too. I mean, I also like rap too, but I just love it all. Any creation that allows my soul to just like gyrate and jiggle, I'm there for it, and that's why I'm excited to like continue to embark on more music and if I have a Tuesday off here, I don't for the next couple of weeks, but when I do, I'm definitely gonna go see Dead Ahead again. But I've also been enjoying going to see like minor league baseball, so like I try to balance it out. You know what I mean? Because I love live music so much. It's just let me know in the comments what you guys do also in terms of seeing live music or what you guys see and what you guys enjoy seeing and what bands are your favorite, right? Because overall, it's we're building like such a great community here. I mean, we've already built such a great community here. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for all you guys that tune in and allow for us to resonate with each other about what music we like and what else more we want to hear, what more else we want to see, that whole sort of thing. And I'm excited. I'm excited and pumped to continue to keep growing each and every single show. Right, so one show at a time, baby. We just allow for the music and the groove to take us and allow for us to flow and be one with each other, especially in this madness of what's going on the outside of the world. I don't even know if it's madness or not. I don't know what it's called, but you guys know what I'm saying. We we just love to hear music. We just love each other. That's really what it comes down to, and that's why we follow bands like Panic and Fish and The Dead, and that's why we follow these guys far because it's far and wide because it's just there's something that resonates very deeply within us that goes beyond just the surface level of our thoughts. You know what I mean? And I'm excited. I'm really excited to keep coming at you guys live with more content, keep building more content each and every single day as we see more tunes and as we grow and blossom into the life in which you know we have in the music scene. Right? Life is awesome. It's grand. It's fun. It's blissful. It's soulful. It's incredible. whole lot more fun stuff to come, guys. So, this is your host Keen on Grateful James. We'll be back later with another video. Peace.